would have done. I think it was time to put the final Overwatch 1 map tier list for Ryan. All-time power rankings. Where do we start? Let's start with King of the Hill. That makes... Nah. I think we should start with it's Overwatch, yeah. The worst 3 maps in the game. The worst 3 maps. There's like 3 maps that are worse than anything else, right? Like, there's 3 maps in the game that like you insta-lose 20% of the time. Okay, well, I mean, it's a classic. Yeah, I mean, you have to like put Gibraltar. Like, Gibraltar is just so many high grounds. You're stuck on the low ground. You can't do anything. You can't. It's just like, first point, you have to do something crazy. Second point, every high ground. Third point is like only playable. I can give like 1 out of 10. 1 out of 10 for first point for Ryan is like 3 points, because you can do something on defense. You can just die on point. Second point is like 1 point, useless. Actually can't do anything, only if you have choke. And third point is like 5 out of 10. It's like whatever. So Gibraltar fucking sucks. Defense, you can hold choke, and if you don't have choke, you insta lose. Zoom in, okay, zoom in. Perfect. Nice. Better. Like, you just fucking die, you know. And third point is like, you can do a little bit of trolling, but there's a lot of high ground still, and everyone just ignores you. Everyone just ignores you on Chip, which is pretty sad. So it's like, I think Chip is not the worst map in the game, but it's in the top 3 worst maps. It is in the top 3 worst maps in the game, okay? Then the second one is Volskaya. Because Volskaya is like horrible. Like, on defense, I think defensive Volskaya is like the worst for Ryan in any map. Because defense Volskaya, like, you try to hold the choke, you get spammed and you have to go back, and then everyone goes on the high ground and you can't do anything because high ground and the distance are long. There's no corners, there's nothing. So, like, defense first point, you're really bad. Second point, defense, the only thing you can do is sit on point and hope your teammates don't die. And you like contest the point and hope they do a good job. Most of the time it doesn't work because you're kind of useless, right? So it's really sad. It's really, really sad. And like, attack, you have 1 rotation. You go top right and go behind them and try to catch backline. And if that doesn't work, you just lose. You just lose. There's only one thing you can do, and then the enemy has ults, and then you have 1 ult fight. If you don't win, it's over. Second point attack is probably the best part. Well, it's just the worst. It's just the worst one. Yeah. So I want to put the 3 worst maps. Okay, the 3 worst maps first, and I'll do randomly. Okay. I think random is more fun, but let's do 3 worst maps first, because gotta get them out of the fucking way. So like, Volskaya is just pain. Second point attacking and like flank around, it's just like defensive so bad. Defense Volskaya is like the worst defense in the whole game. So yeah, this is a tier list based Ryan. Yeah, everything is based off Ryan. Yeah, and like, I don't know if you guys know what's the worst map in the game. I think you know. If you are a Ryan guy, you know what it is. It's there looking at you straight in your soul. It's the one thing you don't want to see when you load into a game. The one thing you don't want to see, it's obviously King's Row. This map is horrible for Ryan. Like, it's just like so much shit. Like, it's one of the worst maps in the game. Cap. It's Dorado. It's Dorado. It is. It's like, I think the worst point in the game for Reinhardt is Dorado second point. Like, literally the worst one. Like, there's just nothing you can do. Everything is like far. There's like high ground far right, can't do anything. Far ground high, it's just like so bad. It's so bad. Like, you're literally powerless. You cannot do anything. Like, you try to attack second point, you try to go high ground. Enemies on the other high ground, whoopsies. You try to move point, enemies on the high ground, whoopsies. Can't fly. You cannot do anything. Like, attacking second point, my goodness. Defending is like, you just stand on high ground and look at the wonders around you. And Dorado is a really bad Rhine map. It's really bad. This is a Rhine. It's for Rhine. It's for Rhine. Dorado is a really bad map for Rhine. It's really, really bad. Like, it's just like attacking. I think the best part is defense first point. Everything else is horrible. Defending first point is fine. Defending second point, you can't do anything. Defending third point, most of the time you can't do anything because everyone just ignores you. But like the main thing that throws Dorado back is the second point. Defending first point is like... Actually, Dorado first point defense is like 8 out of 10. Defending second point is like 1 out of 10. Defending third point is like 3 out of 10. Like, I would say second point defense is like -5 out of 10. Yeah. No, don't swap off Ryan. Don't swap off Ryan and Dorado. Just stay strong. Yeah, that's fine. I think attack first point is the best part in attack. Attack first point is like 5 out of 10. Because you can like flank and shit. And it's kind of funny. It's kind of funny, you know. It's alright. And attacking second point is -5 out of 10. You're completely useless. You just go high ground, they rotate to the other high ground. You move point, they're on the high ground. You can't fly. And it's really sad. Attacking third point is like 3 out of 10 too, because you go high ground, you get fucked. You kind of move point. You can't just go high ground that easily because you just die. Modify from Ferrari first, it's still banned. Okay, so that's like the 3 worst maps in the game. That's like the 3 worst ones for sure. Now we're just gonna pick random maps and go like from there. Okay, let's go. Let's cover the rest of the 2 CP here. Let's cover everyone's favorite Overwatch meta 2 CP. Let's go Anubis. Temple of Anubis is an interesting one. I think this map is really painful, but I don't think it's a bad map. I think Anubis is like I'll say A. I think Anubis is Anubis is a good Rust map. I think it's good, but it's a hard map to play, but I think it's good. No, I think Anubis is a really good run map. I don't think it's bad. I think if you have a Lucio and your team plays Rust, Anubis is a good map. Like, it's really good. Because, like, defending... The only shit part about Anubis is defending second point. I mean, defending first point. The only problem is literally defending first. Because, like, everyone's just... You have to, like, make a crazy rush and shit. Or AFK in the far back. But I think it's strong, actually. Is this Ryan? This is Ryan. Yeah, strong P in my books. It's bad. No. Anubis is fine, bro. I think Anubis is fine. For sure. I think it's fine. Like, defending second point is really strong. You can't lose second point with Rust, by the way. I'm talking about, like, I think first point defense is like 5 out of 10. I think defending second is like 10 out of 10. I really don't think you can lose second point with Rust if you play well. Is my using away from Mike? It's fine. Mike is fine, bro. I think it's fine. It's really hard to lose second point. Second point is like one of the best defenses on the game. And attacking first point is honestly kinda easy. If you rotate well, you're always gonna win first attack on a first point. Like, you just go left side and then you rotate right side and then their backline is fucked. So like, attacking first point is like actually good. So attacking first point is like, I would say then fucking 8 out of 10. If your teammates play Lucio and D.Va, you win. That's like fine. And then attacking second point is the second problem of the map. To be honest, I think in Anubis, attacking second point with any comp is very hard. Like, very, very hard to cap this map. Like, attacking second point on this map is, like, almost impossible. So it's not like a comp thing, you know? It's not a run thing. So, like, second point attack is, like... Dude, yeah, it's like... I mean, I say Rust is a really good comp to attack. Like, sometimes, like, even pro teams, like, swap to Rust on second point because it's a really good comp to try to get a good attack. Yeah, I mean, you have to snowball Anubis to cap. So I think Anubis is actually a really good run map. I don't think it's bad at all. Usually people just don't play around it. I think it's really good. It's really good. Then, yeah, so Anubis is a A. Yeah, I think Anubis is a horrible map. Like, horrible map to play. But the Rhine is not bad in that map. I hate playing Anubis with deep passion, but it doesn't make it a bad Rhine map. I just don't like it. Okay, then the best 2 CP map in the game by far, Hanamura. Hanamura is ass. I think Hanamura is one of the best rush maps in the game. Because if you have Symmetra and Hanamura attack, you just TP on point, you do anything. And then you can just snowball second point. You always go Rein, Symmetra on Hanamura and you win. Like almost every time. Almost every time. You just TP on Hanamura and it's super good. You TP first point. You have so many options on first point. You can go top left on the mecha. You can go top right on point. You can go straight to point. You can even fake TP and rush the main. There's like so many things, you know. Okay, and attacking second, the first point is like easy, whatever. Attacking second point, you usually, if you win with first fight TP, you have a huge advantage. So you want to go left side, you usually have window or like Symmetra wall or anything. So you TP left and try to win with the ult. And if you lose the snowball, then you have to like kind of get creative. Then you just start going like top right and shit, and it's kind of fun. I think it's kind of fun, yeah. You just like go top right and then you try to bait ults. And usually you can catch someone top right. Then it just comes hard, you know, because attacking 2 CP second point is always hard. Yeah, but I think Rein is a really good character in this map. You can hold shield, you can rush backline, you can push all the way to their spawn. It's really fun. Would you put Horizon? I think Horizon, I actually don't know. I haven't played Horizon for so long. I would put it a B probably. But anyway, I think Hanamura, first point attack, 10 out of 10. Second point attack, 2 CP attack, you can't give a rating. Defense, first point, AFK. Like, defending first point Hanamura is like the easiest Rein point in the game. You hold shield on the choke. And kite to the right side of wall. When you don't have shield, it's really easy. It's really easy. Like, you just fucking defend the choke right now. It's super easy shit. Then defense second point, you hold the choke top left, and it's super easy too. It's pretty good. It's very, very good, very, very good. So it's like, you know, it's like, I think it's one of the best Rein maps in the game. If you have Symmetra. Thoughts on Paris? I think Paris first point was horrible, but I loved second. I think Paris second point was the best 2 CP point in the game. You don't kite inside first. I mean, sometimes I kite. You can't like explain everything, but you usually just hold the choke on first. It's fine. Like, so I actually love Hanamura. I think this is a fun map. I think it's a fun map. Okay, so that's like 2 CPs, guys. Rest in peace, 2 CPs. I think... Honestly, you could put Anubis on A or B. I think we should move it to B. I think B is more fair. I think B is more fair for Anubis. Now that I think about it, it's more fair. I think you can go between A and B. I think B is more fair. Let's go for fucking King of the Hill map, Super Pog. Touch on Shadow Collide, absolute classic map. My favorite free-for-all map for sure. What is the King of the Hill? Okay, Busan. Busan is gonna be C tier for sure. Because every point in this map is just pain and suffering against spam. Even Mecha Base is really hard sometimes. Because these maps are so open and you just get spammed by spam comps. It makes Rein really hard. No. Busan is a really bad Rein map against spam. Like, Sanctuary is the worst King of the Hill point for Rein. No. Sanctuary is the most worst Rein map in the game against spam. It's so open, like everything is open, so much room to kite. It's so hard to make it work. And that's like, it's really hard. Sanctuary is like the worst Rein point in King of the Hill. Downtown is like okay, and Mecha Base, it should be a good map for Rein, but in my experience, it's usually been really hard. So overall, this pain is just, this map is just pure pain and suffering. You know, it's not great. So that's why it's in C tier. Best map for Rein 1v1 just to say the code. So it's just pain and suffering. You know, like that's why Busan is C. Pain and suffering. Let's go Ilios. Ilios is another C tier map. Ilios is another C tier map for Rein. I think Ilios is like... Sometimes it feels like it's a good map, but usually it feels like you're useless. Like, the Ilios for Rein is not a good map. The only thing you can do... I think the only good point for Rein for Ilios is Lighthouse. You just go AFK on point. Well, everyone kites you, runs around. There's a fucking hole. Your team is dead. You can't do anything. Ruin is sniper skill your team. You can't do anything. It's just like, to me, Ilios just feels like you just get spammed. I feel like it's like really hard. Most of the time you just get spammed in every corner and like it's hard to make it happen for Rein. You know, so many high grounds, so many angles. Really hard to make it happen. Really hard to make it happen for Reinhardt. So like, I think Ilios is a C tier for sure. Like, I don't think Vel is a good map for Rein. Give rating out of 10. Well, Ilios is like, okay, it's over is like 1 out of 10. Like, these are the 3 worst maps. I think Busan is like 2 out of 10. 2.5 out of 10. Ilios is like 3 out of 10. Can I link this link? What? So I think Ilios is a C tier for sure. I don't know. I think Vel, for ratings for the map, Vel is like really bad for Ryan most of the time. Sometimes it's okay. Lighthouse is actually my favorite Ryan point, is just go AFK point. Ruins is like a 50-50. Sometimes it feels completely useless and sometimes you just win. Yeah, it's like a 50-50. Okay, let's go for the... Where's Nepal, bro? Okay, here's Nepal. Let's go for Nepal. Nepal? Now this is a good map. Nepal is an S tier map. I think this is the best... I love Nepal for Ryan. Nepal is really fun. Nepal is really, really good for Ryan. Like, village, like you just fucking TP out of spawn and you hold the door. You get the entire map. So strong. You can play point on village. You can do anything on Rhino village. Really, Ryan is really strong on village. Sanctum can be a bit tricky, but I think Sanctum is not that hard either. You just fucking run it down on the pillar side. Like on fucking Sanctum, you just run it down on pillar side and it's really, really good, right? So I think Sanctum is really good. Village is really good. Then Shrine, I think Shrine is really good too. Like I don't know, every point for Rhino Nepal is like really good. I think Village is the best one, Sanctum is the second best one, and Village is the third best one. Boom. So that's like really good, yeah. So that's like, yeah, Nepal is an S tier for sure. I think I love Nepal, really fun map. Boom. Nepal is your first A, because Nepal is S tier. Best map, Route 66. Nah, fuck no, bro. Route fucking sucks. Well, we'll see where Route goes, man. Okay, let's go for Lichang Tower. You know, everyone loves Lichang, right? This map is PogChamp. You know where it goes? Shit map, honestly. I was capping. This just feels horrible for Ryan to play. Just like feels really bad. I don't like it. I don't like Lichang. It's just kind of rare. But honestly, I think Nepal is a better map than Lichang. I don't know if many of you agree, but like, I think Nepal is better than Lichang. No, I think I like Nepal more than Lichang. But Lichang is still S tier. But I think Nepal is still better. No, I think Lichang and Nepal are both really good. I think Lichang and Nepal are like one of the best Rhino maps in the game. But I still think Nepal is better. But like, Lichang, like control center, you have to play Rush. Even Koreans play Rush on control center, so you know it's broken. And Night Market, you just TP on point with Symmetra and pray. And Guardian you'd pay. But like sometimes in Lichang, you just get fucked by spam. Like in Lichang, sometimes you lose to spam. Like it's really hard. Spam bombs kind of fuck you sometimes, you know, so. That's why I think Nepal is better, but Lichang is very good, man. Yeah, like control center, you have to play Rush. It's just the best comp. So that's like, I think it's like one of the only maps in the game where Koreans play Rush too, so. It's really good. It's really good. So that's why Lichang is a really good map. Let's go for payloads, man. Let's go for some payload maps, man. So like, these are like, Nepal and Lichang are really good King of the Hills. And Busan and Ilios fucking suck. Nah, Lichang is not A tier. Lichang is... Nah. Lichang deserves S tier. 100% Oasis. Oh yeah, I forgot about Oasis, my bad. Now Oasis... Now Oasis is a tricky one. There's one good point. And everything else sucks. But I think Oasis is B. I think Oasis is a 50-50 map. Like, I think B tier is like a 50-50 map. Like, sometimes it's really easy, sometimes it's really hard. I love... To be honest, I think Oasis is a fun map, even if you lose. Like, City Center, the jump pad is fun as fuck, but it's still a bad map. Yeah, like I think City Center is really hard map. And then like Garden is like sometimes really easy, sometimes really hard. And University is usually really easy, but sometimes even University is rough, you know? Sometimes it's even that rough. So it's like, Oasis is like a 50-50 map. Sometimes it feels really easy, sometimes it feels really hard. But I think City Centers like kind of drags it down to be Because Garden is usually fine and University, but City Center is rough. So Oasis is like B tier for sure, for sure. I think it's the only King of the Hill that I feel 50-50. If I get Busan or Ilios, I'm like, fuck this shit. If I get Lichang and Nepal, I'm like, yeah, man. But if I get Oasis, I'm like, I don't know what's gonna happen, you know? But these two gods, I like know what's gonna happen. Okay, let's go for Chunkertown, yeah? Let's go for Chunkertown. I think most of you guys think this is a bad map, right? Like, most of you guys think Chunkertown is a bad map, right? Like, I'm pretty sure. But I don't know. I think Chunkertown is actually a good map. I think it's pretty good. I think Chunkertown is a pretty good map. I think it's A. Nah, it's not A. I would put it A just for enjoyment, because I enjoy playing Chunkertown, but it's B. Nah, Chunkertown is... I would put it A just for enjoyment, but we were talking about how good Ryan actually is. But, like, I think Chunkertown is, like, hard map to play for Ryan, but I think it's fun, because you just spawn camp on defense, and then you, like, flank a lot. Like, if you flank a lot on Chunkertown, it's definitely B tier. But if you, like, don't flank on Ryan on Chunkertown, it's fucking the worst map in the game. But I think it moves up to B tier just because flank style is so good on this map. Like, you have so many, there's a Who's, there's a second point, is like my favorite point to attack. You can flank, third point you can flank. But if you don't flank on Ryan, it's like really shit map. So that's why it's B tier. It's like, you have to get creative on the map, but if you get creative on the map, it's a 50-50 map. So that's why I think it's B. For sure, for sure. And the next map, we have Havana. You know, Havana is like... Havana is an interesting map, because like, on attack, it's really hard. On defense, it's really easy. Havana is like, defense is like, if you're talking about defense, it's S tier. Okay, if Havana was only defense, it's S tier, but attack, it's like C tier. So it has to go to B tier. It has to go to B tier. So like, if you put it in the middle of those things, it's a B tier map. It's definitely not an A map, because on attack, it gets kinda hard sometimes. I don't think you can justify putting it on A. I mean, I think you could justify putting it on A just because the defensive... Nah, you have to put it on A. Nah, I'm gonna put it on A. Nah, Lichang, you can't put Lichang on A. If you're playing Ryan, Lichang is definitely not A tier. Ryan is so fucking good on Lichang. I swear I win like every Lichang game I ever play. I have like 80% win rate on Lichang. I mean, Havana is definitely... Havana's defensive so good, it just kinda overloops the attack. Because like, usually in Havana, if you play well, you just first point hold, and then attacking is easy. But Havana would be S tier if attack wasn't painful, but I think it's doable. Because you always hold spawn on Havana and get 3 fights on first, and it's like super strong, right? It's like so strong. That's why I think Havana is an A tier map. That's why I think it's an A tier map, 100%. So Havana gets an A. You know, so I think it definitely deserves there. I don't know, I think you can say it's a B tier or even a C tier map because of the attack, but I think it's really good. And then for the most painful payload map by far, Route is always pain. Route is always pain and suffering. I've not played a Route that's not pain and suffering. Yeah, you always hold spawn on Havana with Ryan. Always. Well, 95% of the time, but like... Almost. Yeah. Nah, Lichang is not A, yeah. It's a Route is definitely C tier. Route is definitely C, yeah. Route is definitely C tier. It's not the worst map. Because Route is just painful, because the map is so fucking wide, you just get fucked. The only reason why it's not the worst map in the game, because I think defense is fine. I think attacking first point is fine, and defending first point is fine. I think defending every point is like fine on Route, but attacking is so hard. I don't think you can justify it being B tier. I don't think Route is the worst map, but it's just always painful, because you just get spammed so... Because attacking second point is literally impossible most of the time. If enemy plays fine and you attack second point and you have to retake second point, you're just gonna lose, you know, it's just kinda shit. You have no chance. So that's why I think Route is like C tier. Defense is good because you can hold spawn. It's the same thing as Havana, right? You hold spawn and you get 3 fights on first. I think it's fair. I think it's fair because like a second point is so dreadfully bad on route. It's like kind of Dorado. It's kind of like Dorado, but not as bad. You can do something. That's why it's C tier. I have my boy here. We have my boy Rialto. Now my boy is S tier. Best payload map by far. Rialto is like... I think Rialto is one of the best maps in the game. I think it's one of the best maps in the game for sure. Dude, honestly, now that I think about it, I think Hanamura should be A tier. 100%. I don't think you can put Hanamura with Nepal, Lichang, and Rialto. Now that I think about it. Nah, that's too high. Hanamura is A tier for sure. I don't think... You can't compare Hanamura to Rialto, Lichang, and Nepal. They're way better. This way, I think it's way better. So Rialto is like... So good. Like, Rialto defense is so good. Like, Rialto first point defense, like, you do the magic strat, guys, let me tell you. You hold the corner, and then you tell your teammates, mark the right side flank, you're going to win. And if your teammates mark the right side flank, you're going to win. Most of the time, they're not going to flank the right side flank, because they're fucking Bepegas. But if your teammates don't get flanked and die, you cannot be pushed from main. It's impossible. You cannot be pushed from main. So, like, the Rialto defense first point is so good. First fight, you just hold corner. Second fight... You just hold that. Second point is kind of hard to do. Only weak part is second point defense. But even it's fine if you have control. The second point you just push up, clear high ground, then you can drop on them whenever. Then they have to walk past the breach when you're defending. Impossible. And then third point defense is very good. You either AFK in spawn or you hold aggro. And then attack first point, I think it's... Attacking first point can be hard sometimes, but I think it's easy. You just usually go main and speed into them and you're gonna be fine. Usually it's fine. The second point attack, retaking second point is the only problem in Rialto. Otherwise, I think it's a perfect map. Second point retake on breach is hard, but usually you're okay. You just shield your team right side or move point and you're okay. Attacking third point is really simple. It's so close range, so many corners, you're gonna be fine. So I think that's why Rialto is so good. It would be a perfect map if fucking there wasn't a breach on second. Actual perfect map. Okay, that's every payload. Rialto, best payload by far. Havana, second close. Junkertown, mixed bag. Root, fucking pain, suffering. And Dorado is Dorado. It's just like the first point in the fucking game. Okay, now we have the big one, the hybrid ones. Everyone's been asking about King's Row, man. Everyone's been asking about the big one, yeah? The King's Row. The Kings. Root should be... Nah, I hate Root. I don't like Root. I don't think it's that good of a map. Now we're talking about the classic. The classic map. The King's Row. This is a classic, you know. Let's leave it at B while we talk about it. Let's leave it here. It's not B. But like, I think you could say it's S tier. For sure. For sure. But like, when you think about Kings, you hate putting it on S. Because it's like such a thing to do, you know. I'm trying to justify not putting it on S. Because, like, you don't want to put Kings in Ash. That's, like, the most meta thing to do. But, like, it's hard to not put it in Ash tier. Okay, if you think about Kings, let's think about Kings, okay? First point attack. You can't lose if you just... If they have spam, you just rotate high ground. They lose insta. Second point attack. Really easy for Rhino. You can make so many rotations. It's so close range. Really easy stuff. Even third point attack, I think, is easy. If you have a Diva and your backline's not Pepega, you're gonna win. You're gonna be fine. Because you can just press your point. Like, it's not your job to deal with the high ground on King's side. I think it's fine. So I think King's is... Everything on King's attack is fine. Like, everything for King's Row attack is fine. I think you can argue third point attack is hard. But I don't think you can even say that. Most of the time, I'm like fine on King's. And then... Okay, you know, the one argument I can hear King's Row is first point defense. I think King's first point defense against spam is really shit. It's really hard to play. You can like... Nah, King's first point? Nah, bro. Second point defense is like the best rush defense in the game. Third point defense... Kinda rough. I think defense, third point and first point is kinda hard, you know, but... I don't know, man. Nah, it's S tier. It has to be S tier. It has to be S tier. It's just too good of a map. Dude, I have like 80% win rate on King's Row too. Okay, Blizzard World. Blizzard fucking World. This fucking map pisses me off. I think this map is pain and suffering, but it's definitely B tier. It's like a mixed bag. It's like a mixed bag, bro. Like, Blizzard World is a mixed bag. Like, sometimes it's super easy, sometimes it's super hard. Like, I can't explain it, but this map is just like... It's a mixed bag. It's a mixed bag for sure, 100%. I don't know, man. It's like... Bro... Because like sometimes you play Blizzard World, like attacking Blizzard World is pretty easy. You either rotate right side behind them or you just go left and rush and you win. Then second point attack, it feels hard, but if you play second point attack right and press your point and don't go high ground every fight, I think it's okay. I think attacking second point is not that hard usually. You just press your point and tell your teammates not to die and you'll win at some point. And then attacking third point is kind of simple. You just do the same thing and kind of like rotate and shit. And I think defense first point is really strong. Like, enemy has to play really well on spam to win. Like, enemy has to play so well on spam to win on first point. And I think most of the time they're not good enough to do that. So, like, you hold at least for 2 minutes. And then second point defense, I honestly think second point defense rush is really good. It's really, really good. You just fucking run the spawn, you take like 2-3 fights, and then you can just AFK last fight, it's gonna be fine. So, you know, I think it's fine. Third point defense is like fine too. But I think sometimes in Blizzard World, it just all falls apart. You just get shot in the face and you can't do anything. Blizzard World can fall apart really easily. It can fall apart really easy, to be honest. So I think Blizzard World is B for sure. It's like a 50-50 map. Let's go to Hollywood, bruh. Let's go to Hollywood here. Hollywood is a hard map, I think. But I definitely think Blizzard World is like a mixed bag. Blizzard World is like Chunkier Town, Oasis, Anubis. They're all like this. All these maps are like 50-50. Hollywood. I think Hollywood is a hard map. I think Hollywood first point, it's fine. First point Hollywood is fine, but it's the second point of Hollywood that fucking breaks a man. It's like. It breaks a man. It really breaks a man. Second point is like one of the worst. I think second point is the worst 2-brick point for Ryan. So I think Hollywood is a... Dude, Hollywood is like a 50-50 map too. It's either B or C. And I'm gonna put it on... I'm gonna put it on fucking... I'm gonna put it on C. I feel like I'll lose a lot on Hollywood. I feel like if you get stuck on Hollywood, if you lose snowball on Hollywood second point attack, you're fucked with Ryan. You're just fucked. It's so hard to make it happen. It's so fucked. It's like so fucked. I definitely think Hollywood second point like fucks the map. Like first point attack is really easy most of the time. Even on first point attack you can get fucked on Ryan. Then second point attack is just impossible to retake against spam. You just cannot win against spam on retake. And then third point attack is like hard to break the spawn, but that's like every comp, to be honest. So I definitely think it's like C tier, 100% for Ryan. And then defense first, because I think the defense is hard too. Like defending first point can be complicated. I mean fucking Hollywood first point defense. It's like hard, because like you have to rush and then sometimes you don't have to rush and sometimes you need to cut. It's kind of hard to make the right decision on Ryan. And then second point defense, you feel kind of useless against spam. You can just go to point. If you have to retake Hollywood second point defense with Ryan, you're just useless. You're absolutely useless. You can't do anything. It's just horrible. Yeah. Second point attack is horrible. Second point is just horrible for Ryan. Third point is fine. That's why I think it's C tier, because second point is like... It's like Dorado root symptom. All these three maps have the same problem. Second point. These three maps literally have second point problem. Is this for Ryan? This for Ryan. Okay, Numbani. I don't know how you guys feel about Numbani. I feel like Numbani... A lot of people don't like Numbani. A lot of people don't think this map is good. A lot of people don't think Numbani is good. A lot of people don't like it. Blizzard World is definitely better than Hollywood. You know what? I think most people just don't know the real way to play Numbani. I think the real way, if you play Numbani the real Ryan way, it's an A tier map. I just hear me out. Okay? It's definitely A tier. I think it's A tier. I love Numbani. I think it's a really good map. Because like, attacking first point, you have like a GG rotation. Okay, if you really want to try your fucking ass off, you have GG rotation, you know? When you come from spawn, you go to the low ground, you go like under where's the mega, okay? Then you go there, then you cross the point, you go behind the point, and then you rotate to enemy high ground. Okay, this is like the mega, right? This is the point. You come from mega like this, right? And then you go like this here, behind the point, then you go like loop around the stairs, and then you're like there on the high ground. You understand? Like you do that on first point, you win every time. So you rotate behind the point, you go from the stairs from behind the point, and then you kill the backline on the high ground, and then it's GG. That usually works. So attacking first point is kind of easy, to be honest. And I think attacking second point is the only problem in attack. But I think it's doable. First point, you just press your point and run, and it's fine, and it usually works out for you. Or when you snowball, you take the high ground. If you get the high ground on Numbani second point and snowball, you usually win. They have to a lot of ults. I never do that. Alakbal, I said when I really, really want to win. When I'm like super try-harding, I would do that. If I want to like GG 100% win, I would do it. Which high ground? Okay, you know second point high ground, like for last fight on second point. There's the high ground, you snowball. Okay, you win first fight on second point attack, right? And then you go to the high ground. And then you have like GG position, right? It's really good. It's really, really good position. When you go high ground, they have to walk in there, it's just over. So I think attacking is fine on second point. Attacking third point, Ryan is just good on third point. You can just press your point and not die. Ryan is really good at pressuring point on Numbani. Ryan is really good at pressuring points on every hybrid map, by the way. Every single last point, Ryan is so good at pressuring point. Like, people are like, you know. And usually second point, people don't know how to defend. So I think attacking Numbani is fine. Defending first point, in my experience, you at least hold 2 minutes on first. On Numbani, you always hold at least 2 minutes on first if your back doesn't insta-die. And it's really good. You can like speed into them from main, jump over the traffic thing, and speed into main. Or you can AFK high ground and take it easy. It's like a 2 minute hold. Defending second point is like you take 2 fights. You like rush them point, you like flip map from right side if you got far spawn, and then you rush them on point. And it's fine. A bit hard, but it's fine. Numbani second point is hard for every comp, if I'm being honest. So you just hold second point, and then third point is really good for rush. You just keep going into them, keep going into them. And then the last point defense on Numbani, you just FK and spawn. So I think it's an A tier map. It might seem crazy, but I really like them. I think Numbani is super fun to play too. I think it's a fun map. Numbani doesn't feel like pain and suffering like Root. And then it's time for the big one, Eichenwald. Eichenwald, if you want to be fucking cool, bro. I'm gonna put it on B about talking about. Eichenwald. I'm gonna call it Eichenwald. Deal with it. Eichenwald is like, bro. Goddamn. I love this map. I think Eichenwald is the funnest map in the game, and I think it's the best Rhine map in the game. Eichen is an S tier, 100% sure. 100%. It's 100% sure S tier map. It's like attacking first point is just easy. You just literally go left side of choke and speed in. I win like 90% of the time instantly. Like win because like enemy backline is not gonna be ready. You go left side of the bridge, you speed in them, you just win. Like if you look at stream or anything, you just see me win insta. Second point is fun. I think second point is fun. You can rotate inside, you can move point. There's so many options. There's like infinite plays you can make on second point. I think Eichen second is super fun because there's so many things you can do. Some points in this game you have one option. In Eichenwald second you have like 7 different things. You can rotate from right side next to coast, you can go inside, you can just move point, you can go top left, you can move point, you can split. There's so many things. Second point allows for so many fun rotates. And I think third point is just simple. You just fucking smash your head into them and speed. And it's fine. You just fucking smash on third point and thing. And first point defense is really easy. You let them walk past the breach and then you rush them. And second point defense is pretty easy. You hold the corner and then you die, then you go again, then you get 3 fights on second. And it's really strong. Third point is just easy, you just smash them. Yeah, so that's like the point of it. But second point, I think you get fucked by high ground. No, I mean, it can be hard, but like I told you, you have a lot of options on second point attack, right? Like, you can just tell your team not to die, like, you just tell your team not to die and you move point. Or you rotate inside right, or you rotate inside left. You can rotate from the high ground on Eichen. It's kind of easy. Especially if they have spam, you can always get inside. If they have Rhine, it's a bit different. I mean, there's not that much Rhine if anyone's Rhine. But I think this is it. I think it's an accurate power rankings of the maps. I think I don't know how you guys feel about it, but I think this is the best. I think this is the undeniable Ryan power rankings of maps. Then okay, then we can. This is fine. This is fine. We can talk about it. Okay, we can talk about it. So we said Dorado is the worst one, right? Okay, Dorado is the first one. So this is the best for the tier. Oh shit, on Pepega. Holy shit. Whatever. Dorado is the worst one. Volskaya is the best worst map. Okay. And I think Root is the best for this. Root is the best C tier map because sometimes you just throw, sometimes you don't. And Hollywood is like the second on the C tier for sure. And then Ilios, and then Busan is the worst of C tier. To be honest, I have a little bit of bias towards Trunkertown, but I really think it's a good map if you're creative. I really think it's a good map. And I think then Blizzard World, yeah? Blizzard World after Trunkertown. Then Oasis and then Anubis. I think this is fine. You guys agree? I think it's fine. I mean, I think you can argue the Trunkertown, but I just have a little bit of personal bias. I think it's a bit of personal bias, yeah? So that's like, fine. I like spin Blizzard World. Yeah, you can flip Oasis or Blizzard World. To be honest, I think you're right. I agree. I agree. You're actually right. I was thinking about it. Oasis or Blizzard World. And I think, dude, I don't know. Whatever. I think these are all arguable. All these positions are arguable. Yeah, I like it. Okay, then A tier. I think this looks about right. I think Numbani a bit better than Havana, but I think Hanamura is the best of A tier. Oasis beats Chunker? Nah, I like Chunker more. I think this is fair, yeah? Hanamura best one, Numbani, Havana. Yeah. I think this, yeah. Because this was like in S tier too, but I don't think Hanamura deserves to be with these maps. Yeah, Havana first hold, but everything else on Havana, you know, Terry faults, everything else. I don't think Havana deserves. Do you guys think Hanamura deserves to be there? I don't think it does. I don't think Hanamura deserves to be there. It gets a point deduction for 2 CP, 100%. Okay, then, oh, this is gonna be fun. My favorite map in the game is Eichenwald for sure. Like, my favorite map is Eichenwald. And everything else is kinda questionable. After that, it's like, huh. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's kinda questionable. And I can, bro. I think it's this. I think it's this. I think this is the right order. I think this. I like this. No, I think it's fine. Because I think Lichang is such a strong ride map, you know. I think this is it. I think we got it. What do you guys think? You got the tier list? Got the fucking tier list done? I think it's pretty good. I think it's good. Good. It's very fun.